Out of work? Well, join a union. Big Labor making a big push to unionize the unemployed. But Toby, you say this could actually keep people unemployed even longer. How so?
Well, the great Milton Friedman, and I will quote him here, says, therefore, much union activity is concerned with rationing the available jobs among job seekers. In other words, union members get higher pay because they allow fewer jobs to exist. Now, that's what a cartel does. That's the whole idea here. So by definition, it would not help jobs, okay? Don't take it from me, take it from Milty.
Jonas, do you agree or disagree with Toby's take? Or do you have a different perspective on things?
Then the illegal immigrants would be the ultimate employee because they're the anti-union employee. They've got like no rules.
That subject is over.
So they're not making a whole lot of sense, is all I'm saying. Look, you know, in general, the one thing the unemployed have going for them is they're relatively low cost compared to union labor. And if an employer could hire somebody and replace a union labor or have a part-time worker, it would actually lead to them getting hired. So doing this will make them harder to hire. In fact, if there's more unionization and the unemployed running unions, they might get hired even faster than they are right now.
I'm going to tape this show and watch that answer because I'm
Gary B, you know, part of this union idea, again, Gary B, is that they'll be connected on social sites and they can share word of mouth, you know, hearsay about job openings or different ideas. It sounds like there might be some benefit to it.
Lori, in all actuality, with all due respect to you, doesn't this sound like some sort of Monty Python skit or something? I mean, it should be on Saturday Night Live. We're unionizing the unemployed, and then as a threat, we're going to not work. Well, we're already not working. Okay.
And how are they going to pay their union dues anyway? I understand that.
Toby had it right. Every economist, even Larry Summers, who worked in the Obama administration, said unionization leads to higher unemployment rates.
You guys
it's a cartel,
agree.
as Toby said. This is, first of all, it's silly, but even if it has any effect, it will have a negative effect, as Toby said.
Yeah, Susan, you think this is just going to take the incentive away from the unemployed to really hit the pavement?
Well, I think you have to look at what this group is actually doing. What they're really looking to do is mobilize political movements to get people to push to get Congress and the president to pass jobs legislation. They want sort of a new WPA program and get more construction jobs and more kind of infrastructure building, which is not a bad thing for the economy. So in that sense, helping people to organize to push for more jobs is a good thing. What I think would be really interesting for a group like this is to find a way to provide people health care. If they could figure out a way to unionize, create an organization that would provide people health care, because that's the thing that people who are unemployed need the most, right? You run off COBRA, what do?
Listen to me, unemployed, 99 weeks of extended benefits, food stamps. In some states, you can even get cash and health care. Look, we're giving these people enough as it is. If you want to teach new skills, I can get behind that kind of a union or a club or something. But networking with unemployed, networking with other unemployed is not going to get you a job anywhere.
Finally, Schoenberger makes a point.
We already have that.
But the long-term unemployed, that's the crisis in this country. And people are losing their unemployment checks even a lot sooner than they were anticipating.
But where do those jobs come from? Those jobs come from the private sector, that come from investment, that comes from capital. Right. We've proven over the last 60 years that the unionized approach has dropped jobs and dropped, I mean, raised some prices in some area, but dropped jobs significantly in every place where unions. So that argument doesn't hold.
Gary B., but the unions kind of have lost clout. Would you agree after the whole Wisconsin recall election?
Well, it's been losing clout. I mean, unionization has been dropping since the 70s or so. Look, it's proving we needed unions back in the, the days of, the 20s and 30s, for crying out loud. We don't need unions anymore. But getting back to Todd's point, I want to know what kind of club they're going to be in. the unemployed club. That's the one that maybe my younger daughter might want to join because she's unemployed right now.
Get a Facebook page.
That's true. The unions in the 30s prevented child labor.
Yes, exactly.
Of that. That's a great point, Gary B. All right, thanks to Susan for joining us. And we told you earlier,